Come on in, everybody. You ready for this review? Love and Hip Hop. We're going to speak about Love and Hip Hop Hollywood and all the drama that happened last night. So, y'all come on in. Make sure you click the like button on your way in. Make sure you also share the video. And make sure you subscribe if you are not already a subscriber. So come on in. I'm going to give y'all a little minute to get here. To get here and get in y'all seats. Make sure I shared it to everybody. And also, oh, somebody's sending me a message in my inbox like I'm online, y'all. I'm online. But anywho, also make sure you check in the chat area, because as usual I post my other social link there, which is to my cake decorating page, because I am not only a YouTube commentator, but I'm also a cake decorator. So I'm going to put that link in there so you can check that out on Facebook. Especially, let me just copy and paste, especially if you're in the Omaha area, because as most people know, in the Omaha area, I have a free cake promotion every month. So you want to make sure that you subscribe to this channel, and make sure you subscribe to my Facebook page, Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice, because I do have, like I said, promotions every month, giving away free cakes. So let me just copy, paste. That's not hard to do, but for some reason it's not cooperating. There we go. Okay, so you should see that in the chat. So check me out over there. I am a cake artist, and I have tons of pics of my cake art. But anyway, let's jump right into this review on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Now, previously, I sound like the guy on the... Previously, last episode we saw how Ray J had brought Safari to the couples dinner. Remember, A1 and Lyrica, they had put together this couples dinner. They wanted Ray there with his wife. They wanted what's her name, Brooke and Marcus there, and of course, you know, A1 and Lyrica was there, and Ray J had brought Safari, and you remember what happened. There's a big old dispute over if he really slept with, you know, Lyrica or not. But anyway, and I thought we was going to see more of that this episode, but they fooled me. So hopefully we'll get back into that next episode. But then we saw also how Tiara, she had hired the famous, well-known attorney Lisa Bloom for her lawyer, because she wants to fight Akbar, who she says allegedly leaked a sex tape of her, you know, some revenge porn of her on her Instagram. And then we saw how her friends Paris and Nikki, baby, who were actually the ones in cahoots with each other to expose Akbar's other wives and his sister wives, you know, which resulted in them breaking up. TT was like, you know what, I can't be a part of this or whatnot. And she alleges that after that, he leaked the sex tapes. Now, these are allegations. So I guess, you know, we'll find out if that's true or not. And so then this new episode opens up with Brooke. She's at the park. She meets up with Tiara. And, you know, she's like, you know what? Let me hit Tiara up before she hears this in the street, how she, you know, already knew who Akbar was. And she claims she met him years ago. She's been knowing him from years. You know, when they first met, he approached her and, you know, he tried to hit on her, you know, try to hook up with her, holler at her, whatever. And she basically said she curved him. And then she finds out later, you know, from other women who have also, let me turn this light around so I can get a little brighter. It's a little dark. Is that better? I don't want too much light. Okay. Hopefully that's better. Now I'm seeing spots because I was looking dead in the light bulb. But anyway, and then she tells her how other ladies, and, you know, after that had hooked up with him, and they had told her, you know, basically what kind of person he was. He's not a good guy. You know, he's, you know, want to have lots of women. You know, he has a harem of women right now. And so she figured I better tell this to her before she finds out. And Brooke, she's under the assumption, and she tells Tiara, you know what? I think you were just a target for him. You're well known. You on a reality show. You just got out of, because she was fighting alcohol or whatever. So she's telling her you just got out of rehab, and I think you were just a target, and he probably intentionally hooked up with you to use you as a publicity stunt, get 5 minutes of fame or whatnot. And I guess when you think about it, I mean, that does make sense if that's really was his intentions, because I mean, after the tape came out, of course she said she's going to sue him, but still, he has some publicity. Everybody knows who he is now. He could possibly, get interviews and, other stuff going on. And plus he has the gyms and, several gyms. So, it could have just been, like she said, a publicity stunt, allegedly. But then Brooke is like telling her, you know what? She can't believe that she's still messing with Akbar. I mean, after he, basically, she alleges, leaked the porn images, the sex tapes, whatever. How you just gonna still be sleeping with him? Because you saw how they showed her on video, and she's like in bed laying beside him, and he's telling her, you know what, you got to clear this stuff up. Everybody thinks I'm the one that leaked the porn tapes, and he says somebody leaked them, but it wasn't me. And she's laying there right in the bed next to him, like, for real. She's laying in the bed, like, right next to him while he is trying to explain. And of course, somebody's recording all this. It's like a big setup. And so I'm like, you know what? TT is like not looking good at that point. And so Brooke is even like, is this a publicity stunt? Is TT in on this? Did she leak her own, sex tapes or whatnot? Because after all, TT's music hasn't been popping, in over 10 years. And she's on the reality show, so she's making some coins. But then again, like I said in my last episode, why is you borrowing cars from this man? And actually, his sister wife said that's their car that they're sharing with her. And I'm like, are you that down on money or whatnot that you can't even get your own car? So anywho, I don't know. Could be a publicity stunt or not. But what do y'all think? Let me know what y'all think about this. Do y'all think that Akbar leaked the tape? Do you think TT leaked the tape? But then again, I'm like, as far as me, I don't care who leaked the tape. What I'm tripping off of is how she still managed to get herself caught up in the public on video, laying right beside him in the same bed while he's telling her, you need to fix this and let them know I'm not the one who leaked the tape. And I'm like, that's enough to give me the side eye right there. Like, sus. Are you sure? But then again, she's like most ladies, I still love him, I'm in love with him, and I'm trying to get him the benefit of the doubt. And that's what she's telling Brooke. Brooke is still like, side eye. Okay, if that's what you say. But and she's trying to convince Brooke that she did not leak the sex tapes and Akbar did. Basically, I'm innocent. I didn't have nothing to do with it. And then she also tells Brooke about Paris, because the last episode we saw how Paris and Nikki, baby, they was backpedaling all up until the end. They was all in it. They was in it to win it. They was out there going behind her back, trying to bring Akbar's harem down, his harem of women down, and trying to prove to TT that he really was involved in some other relationships, because he had told Tiara that he had broke up or wasn't with his wife anymore. But as we saw, he still is with his wife, and on top of that, she has a sister wife. They all living in the same house together, working together as a family, and wanted TT to join them. But anyway, she is like, I got something hanging from me. And then TT, she was like, you know what? I'm not down with that. I need to get out of this situation. But my thing is, they're supposed to be your friends. They was there for you all the way, making sure you knew that he has other women in his life, but now they like lack in support and don't want to be there for her. And I'm like, you know what, Brooke, good looking out. Brooke was like, you know what? Forget them chicks. I'll be there for you. I'll support you. I'll be there at the conference and everything. So I'm like, good looking out, Brooke. You know, that's a good friend. And then in other news, we have Apple Bottoms. I mean Apple Watts. I'm just joking. Her name is Apple Watts. And she's on a video set. And I like Apple. I said that several times. I like Apple. She came from a hard upbringing, bounced around in foster homes, uh didn't spend time with her mom, her father. You know, she had a bad life growing up. Then she started stripping, and then she realized she's a little bit talented, you know, in the rap area. So she's on video set, and she's working with this cutie pie, what's his name, Marquise Anthony. And I don't know him, but she claims that he, you know, did background music for Jamie Foxx and Kelly Rowland. But since he's a rock star, I'll say Akbar. Since he's Rockstar's friend, she's like, you know what? He cool and all, but I need to stay away from him because she still thinks Rockstar is a snake for him trying to snatch her away from A1, you know, going behind his back and trying to snatch her up. So she's like, you know what? I need to stay away from him. And then Amber Diamond, remember Amber Diamond? She's there on the set as well. And I guess they, from what they're saying, has done a lot of videos together. She brings back what happened at the what was it, the music release, her CD release, and her single CD release, and how Rockstar had did her and her mom. And I thought that mess was so funny. You remember how they were at the CD release, and Rockstar, he plays her music, her single, and everybody, well, first he told Nikki Baby and he told Paris, I think it was Nikki Baby and Paris, pretend like you like it. Just pretend like you like it. Just sit there and kind of bounce, you know, kind of nod your head, you know, just kind of pretend like you like it. And they were doing just that. But her mom had got upset because she wasn't feeling the record. And she got mad, went up there, turned it off, turned the sound off and everything, started flipping out. She's all over the booth in Rockstar face, cussing him out and everything because it was not good. But we had saw before that how Rockstar had said when he first heard her, like, oh my God, this girl is not that good, but I'm going to put a little magic on it. I'm going to put a little T-Pain on it, and we going to make this work along with some vocals and some beats, and you know what? We going to make this CD work. So that's what he did. And then he was like, well, you know what? If that sounds bad, y'all listen to this. He put the original version of her singing without any vocals, without any background, any music, any beats, anything. And I was like, oh my God. Everybody was like, oh my God, this chick cannot sing. But you know what? I know this happens a lot in the industry. People who cannot sing, people who be lip singing at their concerts, lip singing at shows on TV and everything, because they really can't sing all that well, but you throw a little background, little vocals in it, a few beats, and, you know, some instrumentation, and they sound like, well, I wouldn't say like Beyonce, but, you know, they sound okay. They sound decent. But so anyway, I would have done that too. I don't blame Rockstar. Her mom think it was kind of shady. Amber thinks it's kind of shady, but hey, I'm like, you know, there's only so much you can do. There's only so much you can do for somebody who can't hold a tune. But anyway, then she offers her mom up to Apple because Apple is looking for a good manager, and Amber Diamond, although she and her mom is not seeing eye to eye right now, and they're really not even on speaking terms, she's like, you know what? My mom is a good manager. You should talk to her. You know, I should introduce you to her because you got talent and my mom might be able to help you. And I'm like, how you going to say your mom's a good manager? Did not your mom just put 20 stacks on the table in front of Rockstar and said, make magic with my daughter, knowing good and darn well her daughter could not sing? But again, I'm sure that's how the industry is set up. There's some good real singers out there, but there's a lot who needs a lot of help behind the scenes to get them to sound okay on them CDs. And those people I call Milli Vanillis. They be tricking our ears, and it's a lot of them out there. And now Bridget Kelly, she it's been like 10 years since she had a big music deal with a major label. And so she's been working on her new CD, working on her music, and it's finally here. And so she decides to work with Donatella, and Donatella puts together a big venue for her and her closest friends so that they can check out and preview, her CD before it drops the next day. And I'm like really feeling this chick like, yeah, okay, she can sing, she sounds cool, and I liked her sound. But also while there, Brooke, she's there, and she's still, tripping over Nikki Baby and Paris not supporting TT Tierra, while she's going through this mess with Akbar. So she brings it to the attention of Moniece because Moniece and TT was very good friends. And she tells her about it, and Moniece is like, you know what? We ain't talked in about a year or so, because she thought I was too much in her business back then. And she was like, but even though we're not talking anymore, I will think about being there to support her since Nikki and them done backed out because she still has love for Tierra, and she firmly believes that Tierra did not leak her own sex tapes. I mean, after all, who would do that? But anyway, side eye. So Brooke tells her, you know what? That's good. You can come with me. We can both be at the press conference together and support TT. Especially again since Nikki and them, is not trying to be involved. And I'm like, okay, I'm still feeling a type of way about Nikki and Paris not being there to support them. But you know what? Moniece, she said she'll think about it. She's not cool if she should do a pop-up at the conference, being they haven't spoke in over a year. But, she'll think about it. And then Donatella and Bridget, they stroll up on Moniece while they're talking, and Brooke, and mentions to them that she's going to be taking a trip to London. They done got the hookup on an 8-bedroom flat, kind of like a penthouse type of place. And she's going to be over there doing like some shows, some interviews, radio interviews, getting her music out there. And I'm like, I really, really hope that they actually, be on scene, on set over there, and they be recording over there, and we'll get to see. Because not only do I think this girl can really sing, and I'm cool seeing her do her little promotion all in London and everything. That's a good look. But also, I want to check out that penthouse. I want to check out that penthouse, and I know that they are going to bring some drama from the States to London, and I want to catch that tea. But next, moving on. Moniece, she sees Rockstar, and she's like, let me go holler at Rockstar. I gotta go holler at him. I see somebody I need to talk to. She hollers at Rockstar, and she's telling him, you know what? I'm trying to get back into my music, and I really could use your help. You helping me produce some tracks. And Rockstar's like, dang. Lately, it seems like I've been playing Captain Save-A-Hope. I mean, Captain Save-A-Note. And he's like, you know what? But, in the green room, he was like, I've been knowing Moniece for the grip for years and everything. And she does sound better than Amber Diamond. But on top of that, he was like, I know her inside and out. And I was like gagging, like, did he just say he knows her inside and out? And did you see the expression on his face? Like, there was some little shade behind that, some tea behind that. Like, did they have a relationship in the past? I don't know, but hopefully we shall see. But again, I heard Moniece sing before too, and she does sound better than Amber Diamond. At least that's my opinion. I know we all have different ears and everything and different tastes, but I think she sounds okay. And so he's like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's hook up, meet me at the studio. And then after that, string I put off my shirt. I'm trying to get rid of it. After that, we witnessed Tiara. She's now at the press conference with her big time attorney, Lisa Bloom. And she's letting the press know, letting the public know that she has decided to move forward and press charges and also sue Akbar, who allegedly leaked the sex tapes and the images or whatnot on her Instagram. And so she's going to take action. And she let them know she's also doing this because she don't want people to think that she did it, because there's rumors out there swirling around that she did it. And I'm thinking, now that we're getting more and more information on each show, and now finding out that she actually slept with him after the tapes got leaked, after she, accused him of leaking the tapes, she was caught lying up in his bed, sleeping right next to him. So I'm sure, along with that information, her attorney was like, you know what, you need to get out there. You need to nip this in the bud. Let them know that you did not leak the sex tapes, although you still kicking it with old boy. Although you still kicking it with old boy, you did not leak the tapes, and Akbar allegedly did. So, my hair in my eye. And I'm thinking, you know what? K. Michelle, I see where she's coming from. She's like, you know what? This Akbar, everything don't sound right. Everything is not adding up. Again, everything is not adding up. And she's also one of those who think that, there's something missing, or like maybe TT did have something to do with it. And then she's like, you know what? Akbar had hit her up in her DMs. And I'm like, why is he hitting up K. Michelle? And so, who likes to be called Kimberly, but I still refuse to call her Kimberly. She's still K. Michelle to me until she still's acting like Kimberly. Because she claims at the beginning of this episode, she's a brand new person. She has a brand new attitude, more mature and all this. So she wants to be called Kimberly now. I don't know if y'all remember that, but I'm not going to call her Kimberly, not just yet, till she proves herself. But she's like, he hit her up in her DM and wants to hook up, do some work with her in the studio, because he was helping TT also with her music. And she's like, I'm not sure if I want to do that. I'm not sure if I want to get involved in any BS. But on the flip side, she's like, but I would like to be nosy and get some tea. So she agrees to hook up with him because she wants to get the 411 and try to find out what really happened with these mixtapes. Did I say mixtapes? Sex tapes. And so Nikki and Paris, they're sitting around, they're watching the press conference from home. I don't know if I didn't catch that if they were at Nikki's home or Paris' home, but either way, they're watching it from home, and they're like, you know what? I know TT, she's mad, she's pissed off at us, because we're not there. And they're up there still wondering, is it true that Akbar allegedly leaked these tapes? Because they're like, what are we supposed to believe when you're still sleeping with the dude when you was caught? I don't know who recorded it. I don't know if Akbar recorded it or one of his sister wives. Somebody put the tape there and recorded her lying next to him in bed after the sex tapes were leaked. So they firmly believe that, somebody leaked the sex tapes, but they don't know who for sure did it. So that's why I think that they are, lacking in the support area as well. But I don't know. And then they also think that it's just a publicity stunt for him and TT, like other people are thinking. After the press conference, though, Moniece and Tiara, they haven't seen each other in a long time, but she decided, because she says she still loves her, I still care about her, I don't believe she did that, so I'm gonna be there for her. And so she came and showed her support along with Brooke. And Moniece tells her afterwards, guess who came? And I'm like, who came? And she tells her that Akbar's girlfriend came, the white chick, I think she's white, the one who has the gym. Because, he owns the gym, and then she claims That other gym is hers, although I think that's probably his anyway, since he likes to upgrade women, as he said to Tierra. But she showed up and she told Moniece that Akbar did not leak the tapes. Tierra did not leak the tapes, but instead she leaked the tapes. And I'm like, for real? You gonna take that blame? You gonna take that credit? I don't think I can do that. I don't. But then Tierra is like, you know what? I don't believe her. I really think he leaked the tapes. I think he allegedly leaked the tapes, but it don't matter regardless. Somebody's going down for leaking these tapes. And then I'm like, but as far as this chick, though, and I don't remember her name. If you remember her name, you can put it in the comment. Always remember, you can always comment in the chat. And always remember, you can always use that call-in number to call in and talk about whatever show I'm reviewing. Just hit me in the chat first and let me know to turn on the phone lines because I do not leave the phone up and running while I'm doing the reviews if nobody's calling in. But anywho, I'm like, this chick, whoever she is, the other sister wife, if that ain't being a ride or die for your man, I don't know what being a ride or die is for her to be taking the blame on a TV show. They didn't show her quite say it. At least I didn't catch her say it. So I don't know if she like kind of pulled Moniece aside off camera or whatnot. I don't know. I didn't see her say it. But anyway, they relating to TT what was said. Moniece is also like, where's Brooke? Where's Paris? You know, the private investigators. Where they at right now? And TT was like, well, you know what? I hit Nikki up and I'm sorry, she said I hit Nikki up and Nikki I always got hair in my face. I hit Nikki up and Nikki had told me, you know, I asked her was she coming, was she gonna support me and everything. And Nikki just told her I can't come. No explanation, I can't come. Paris, as we saw last episode, she told Nikki that she wasn't coming because she don't like being in courts and she don't like being in those situations and she's scared of courts, you know, dealing with cops and, you know, all that kind of stuff, which I think is a bunch of bull. A bunch of bull. But anywho, you know what? Brooke, she then decides to play devil's advocate. Well, maybe they, you know, are feeling some type of way because, you know, everybody saw the tape of you after you claimed he allegedly leaked those tapes and you were in bed with him after y'all had just had sex. You was in bed with him on camera. So maybe they're feeling some type of way and they don't know how to feel about you saying you were not the one who leaked the tapes. But still, as far as Tierra is concerned, she's like, you know what, Nikki, and I don't remember this. I guess I kind of remember, but, you know, I don't remember all the details or when it happened or anything like that. But Tierra claims that Nikki had went through the same thing. She had some sex tapes leaked, and TT, I think she said it was her father, no, or her mother, somebody was sick and ill around that time. And she was saying how she still was there for, you know, Nikki. Again, I don't remember that. If y'all remember it, y'all can put some details in the chat if you like. But again, I'm still like, you know what? It's things like these that lets you know who your true friends are. And then on the other side of town, we got K. Michelle. She again decided to meet up with Akbar. She really don't want to be involved in the BS, but she wants to see if she can get some tea and get to the bottom of the sex tape rumors. She asked him straight up, point blank, no chaser, did you, Akbar, leak those tapes? And he's like, no, I didn't leak those tapes. And she's like, did your sister wives leak those tapes? And again, he's like, no. I'm like, he just looked at her like, no, I can't believe she just flat out asked him like that. I mean, it was no other conversation ahead of time, nothing leading up to that point. She just wants to know. And so he's like, you know what? We didn't do it. I didn't do it. They didn't do it. But obviously somebody did leak those tapes. And then he moves on to telling her, you know what, trying to introduce the idea to K. Michelle of her being part of his harem along with the other sister wives. And she's like, "Are you kidding me? Like, boy, bye. Are you really kidding me? You want me? You want to be with me?" And you got a whole wife, and a whole sister wife, and you want me? Nope, I can't do it. She's like, "Nope, I'm not for the foolery." But then he was like, "Oh, you're not for the foolery, but you here talking to me about some foolery." I was like, "Man, K Michelle." She just curved him though. She was like, "Nope, I just came here for the tea. That's all I wanted. I got what I needed." Well, actually, she didn't, because she still never got to the bottom of anything. But anyway, she don't want to be part of the BS. She just was trying to find out information on that sex tape, which she still did not get. But anyway, again, somebody leaked the sex tape, and we need to get to the bottom of this. But then, like I said, after that, finally. Oh yeah. So anyway, Akbar, she was like, basically, we'll see you in court. But anyway, finally we get to Amber Diamond. She finally sets it up for her mom to meet Apple Bottles. Apple Watts. I always call her Apple Bottles. Apple Watts. But anyway, again, I like Apple. I like her sound, and she seems like a really hard worker. So I think that she will eventually put something out there that we'll all like. Amber, she sets it up so that her mom can meet her. But first, she's like, "You know what? I need to talk to my mom and clear the air first." And she apologized for what went down at the listening party. And her mom forgave her. And I'm like, why are you apologizing? Because you did nothing wrong. Besides, try to portray that you can sing. But other than that, it wasn't her fault, what Rockstar did after her mom blew up. But anyway, she forgave her anyway. And then her mom, she made the decision to not be her manager anymore. She feels like, you know what, from now on, you need a mom more than me being your manager. So I'm going to instead be your mom instead of, your manager, and trying to boss you around and everything and all that. And we get into arguments and everything. So I guess they're going to eventually get her a different manager. But then Apple Watch show up. And again, I don't know why Amber thought her mom would be a good manager for Apple, but I don't know. We'll see how it works out. Sean is like, "You know what, Apple? Tell me a little about yourself. I heard you got talent, but I want to know a little bit more about you." So Apple, I didn't even know Apple had to be in jail. This was taken a while back, recorded a while back. So I'm assuming that Apple done spent time in jail. She then got out of jail, and she's probably back on her grind, trying to make her coins with her music and everything. But she tells her, about her struggles growing up, foster system, having a kid, twerking on a pole, twerking on a pole, doing stripper parties and all that, to take care of her child. But she really wants to break into the music industry. So Sean, she's like, I'm feeling you. I'm feeling you. I want to hear how you sound. And she plays her the song. And I'm like, yeah, again, I like Apple Bottom sound. I like her. I can't wait till she puts out something. But then I'm thinking, but what happened to A1? Because remember when Rockstar was trying to snag her from A1, he was trying to go behind A1's back and get at Apple and try to recruit her so that he could produce her music. And she had went back and even told A1 what he tried to do. And he was like, "Man, dang, you a real loyal chick." Because, you could have easily went to Rockstar. But she didn't. And I'm like, where's that loyalty now? You hooking up with somebody who none of us knows. None of us knows. Somebody's mama. Who I don't think has good judgment, again, as far as managing a talent. She dropped 20 stacks on the table in front of Rockstar, knowing her daughter could not sing. So anyway, that's just my opinion, though. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But then Sean Love, she's like, "You know what? I can work with you. I want to make money with you." And she said, "The only thing I need is your first and last name, government name." your address, your social security number, your date of birth. I need your baby daddy names. I need your driver's license, your blood type, your emergency contact information, and I need your John Hancock on the dotted line for the contract. And I'm like, Sean Love, she ain't playing. She ain't playing when it comes to her coins. And she wants to make sure it's all written on paper. So, she and so their business can be official. And I'm thinking, Apple, we still don't know this chick. So while you up there about to give her all your information, please get a lawyer.com first. Get a lawyer so he can read over them contracts, because you don't want to get caught up like a lot of those entertainers out there. And then, moving across the other side of town, we're at the Boss Bitches brunch again. I think they had that brunch at the beginning of the season, but we're back at the brunch, and Tiara's there, Nikki Baby's there, Paris is there, Brooke, everybody's there. And so Tiara figures this is a time to start sweating Paris and Nikki Baby about ditching her and not being supportive of her going through this Akbar situation. And Nikki is now claiming that her dad was in the hospital, and she's telling her, you know what, my dad was in the hospital, everything ain't about you, and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, if this is all true, why she didn't say that in the first place? They were communicating by phone. She could have said, my dad is in the hospital, I can't come support you. All she said was, I can't come. And that's supposed to be your friend, your homegirl. And I mean, y'all did all that footwork. Y'all did all that footwork to bring Akbar's business to Tiara about the Sister Wives Club. And now you backpedaling and don't want to have nothing to do with it. But then again, I'm like, you know what? If that's true, if her dad was really sick and she was really at the hospital with him, I have the same attitude towards, remember the episode, I don't know if y'all watched Married to Medicine. But anyway, last week and this week, the episode was focused on Contessa and Toya, and Contessa not being there for Toya's party. And she didn't call her anything because her dad is dying. He had, severe failing health. And she was actually with her dad. Like, she was with her dad. And Toya got upset because she couldn't call her and let her know that she can come. Instead, she had her husband go, and he told everybody what was going on. And I'm like, if when it comes to your parents, if they sick, I'm not dropping nothing to come to anything of yours. I'm not coming to no parties, no birthdays, no celebrations, no nothing. Now, if you happen to be sick, just if you happen to be sick and you happen to be in the same hospital as my parents, maybe on the same floor, maybe next door, maybe I'll stop what I'm doing with my parents to come drop down a prayer. To drop a prayer for you, then I'm going back to tend to my parents. But again, if that's all true, I'm with Nikki Baby. But then after that, she brings up the fact how she didn't want to be involved anyway because she's scared that Akbar might try to get revenge on her. And TT's like, what you mean? What you mean, sis? Why would he want to get revenge on you? And she's like, well, he might try to, sue us, might try to take us to court, for trying to say we lied on him and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, are you serious? She thinks that he might retaliate because she believes that he is an opportunist and he might try to sue her. And then I'm like, okay. TT is like, okay, is her daddy really sick? Or is this the real reason why she don't want to support me? Y'all was there all alone, running behind her back, snooping behind her back, investigating. I mean, all this kind of stuff to prove to her that he got a woman. And I don't know what y'all think. I don't know. I'm still feeling some type of way about that. If your dad was still in the hospital, you should have just said my dad was in the hospital. Now I don't know what to think, if she was lying or whatever. But anyway, finally we have Moniece. This man, this had me going. Moniece, she's at the studio and she's with Rockstar. And she's up there singing on the mic, and I'm like, she sound okay. But he's sitting there listening to her. He's rolling her eyes, like just rolling his eyes, and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe she don't sound okay. And he pulls her off the mic, and he's like, are you okay? Are you feeling okay? Because she's like, yeah, I just had a bad day or whatnot. And then he says, well, obviously, because you're not even singing the words to the song, he don't know what she's singing. And then Brooke walks in. And Brooke, I love me some Brooke. Brooke can sing. Brooke walks in with her blue lipstick on and everything, and I guess she wants to check out Monique. I guess support her while she's trying to get her record or her music stuff going again. And so she's asking, Rockstar, how she sound, how she sound. And so Monique starts singing again. And she's up there like, oh my God, this sounds like another Amber situation. So they both thinking, she's not doing pretty good. But still, I was like, she sounds okay. She sounds better than Amber. At least that's what I thought. But then they tell her to go back in the studio and whatnot. And they're sitting around chopping it up. And they're like, where'd Monique go? Why is it taking her so long to get back on the mic? Then it flashes to Monique is on the floor. I'm like, girl, what didn't happen? She talking about she done fell out, fainted or something. She can't breathe. I'm like, is this girl sick? Like, really, what's going on? Then I start having flashbacks of Black in Chicago when Danielle had got sick. Danielle had got sick and she had a panic attack and they had her blowing in bags and had to rush her to the ER and everything. I'm like, oh no, not another situation like this. And I'm like hoping, like really, really hoping that she's going to be okay. But then they call the ambulance and the paramedics come in and they telling her, lie down on the floor, lie down, trying to get her calm and everything, get her breathing back together. And while they doing that, Rockstar is making bets with Brooke, talking about, do you really think she's sick? Do you think this is fake? Is she really having a panic attack? And Brooke is like, why you think not? And so he puts on because they're still in the booth. Mind you, Monique is still in the booth, in the recording booth. And so they're on the outside looking in. And so Rockstar turns on the speaker so they can hear what's being said inside the recording booth. And he turns the speaker on because he's like, I bet you how much you want to bet that she is going to jump up off that floor as soon as they try to take her to the hospital. And Brooke is like, for real? You think she's going to do that? And he gets down on the floor on his back and jumps up like she's going to do it just like that. I was cracking up. I'm like, no, okay, he might be right. She might be, I don't know. I hate to say she was faking because panic attacks are real and they are very serious. But then I'm like, y'all up here joking around and stuff, and this girl could be really sick. Shouldn't y'all be calling like her relatives, calling somebody, her next of kin, going through her phone, trying to get, some contact information or something, because she was on the floor, she was crying, she was shaking, she was panicking. And then they showed her like with tissue under her nose, and I'm like, is her nose bleeding? Because they had her, the tissue holding on her nose, and I'm like, I think this girl is really, really sick. And when they try to get her to go, to the doctor, she agreed, I need to go to the doctor, and she said that she had been sick, like, I don't know, 6 weeks ago, and that she was in the hospital like 6 weeks ago. So I'm thinking, something is really wrong with her. And while they're taking her out, he's up there telling Brooke, you know what? I think this is divine intervention. I think you need to get on the mic and I need to hear you try to sing that same song. And she gets on the mic and she starts singing. And again, I love Brooke. Brooke has a beautiful voice. I don't know why she's not singing, why she's not making records. But anyway, she has a beautiful voice. But then I'm like, hold up. Your girl just got taken to the hospital. Shouldn't y'all be jumping in y'all cars, chasing down the ambulance, trying to find out which hospital she's going to? And again, relaying the message to one of her family or somebody. I'm like, call her mama. Call her babysitter. Call somebody. Call her baby daddy Little Fizz. I don't care, but they should be calling somebody. But instead, Brooke is up there singing a song and taking Monique's spot. I'm like, who does that? This that whole scene right there, I was rolling. I was like, oh my God. But anyway, divine intervention. I don't think so. Uh, I do hope she is okay. I do hope she is going to be all well, and it was just a panic attack, and I don't know, get her on some medicine or something, because I don't know why she was in the hospital 6 weeks earlier, or if this was totally a different, situation going on. But again, I hope Monique is doing okay. Um, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Let me know what y'all think about Rockstar, definitely Rockstar, and Brooke at the end when they was clowning while she's up there laying on the floor crying. I'm like, y'all, oh my God. And then let me know about TT. Do y'all really think that TT was involved in the situation with the sex tape being leaked with Akbar? Do you think Akbar really did it? Do you think his sister wives, one of them really did it? Let me know what y'all think about that. And Ray J, like I said, the Ray J situation with Safari and A1, they didn't focus on that this episode. I don't know why. I'm hoping we'll get back to that next episode, because I still want to get the lowdown on if Safari still slept with Lyrica or not. And let me know what y'all think about that too. I mean, hopefully they'll give Safari a lie detector test or something, because I need to know if he's possibly going to be Lyrica's baby daddy. But like I said, if that baby come out, blood test or not, when that baby come out and you take a look in that pamper and it looks like a baby anaconda up in there, then we know. Safari, you are the father. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Put it all in the chats. Even if the video is over, I'll still get your notifications and we can chop it up in the chat later on. But make sure, if you did not like this video on the way in, you like it on the way out. Make sure you share. Show your girl some love. And make sure you subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And again, look at the link in the comment section that I put there to my cake decorating page. And go over to Facebook, like that page. If you're in the Omaha area and you like that page and subscribe to this channel, then you can enter on the first of every month. Send me a number 1 through 100. Whoever is the closest wins a free cake made by me, the cake artist. Oh, and also before I go, make sure y'all watch, y'all might have already watched it, but if you haven't, make sure you check out the live last night. Well, actually you can check out the live of Queen's Court with TS. She had Funky Dineva on there again. He's been a guest before, and she had Funky Dineva on there. And two of the people that was on the docket was Tamar and Iyanla Vanzant, because it's been in the media that Iyanla Vanzant had Tamar on her show because they were it was so-called trying to fix the Braxtons episode or something like that, and Tamar walked off the show because Iyanla had asked her about her being sexually abused by her family when she was younger, both sides of the family. And Tamar she had no idea that Iyanla was giving that information. And she also did not receive a warning that Iyanla was going to bring that up on the TV show. So Tamar got mad. She walked off. So anyway, Funky Dineva and them, they put them two on the docket last night. And then after the show, they had, how they do the after the show, and where they take calls and everything. And Tamar, she had got in the chat. She had jumped in the chat, and I think she called, and they were going back and forth. She's telling Funky, why is you talking about me? Why is you talking about me getting molested and all that kind of stuff? But what had happened was, and y'all check it out, Funky Dineva wasn't making fun of the fact that she allegedly got molested or whatever with her when she was younger. They were clowning Iyanla and putting her on the docket for not warning Tamar and for bringing that stuff up without letting her know that she even had that information. So that's what happened. And I listened to the whole thing. So Tamar, I don't know if somebody had called her or hit her up and said they're talking about the situation on, Maddie's show or not. I don't know if that was Tamar actually who had came into the chat, or if that was somebody who worked for her or anything. But like all of a sudden after her and it got heated. It got heated. Funky Dineva, he was going off and defending himself, and everybody in the room was defending him, saying he wasn't teasing you or talking about, the incident or making fun of it. And then all of a sudden, the live just went dead. And it shut down. It just went dead. And so everybody was like, dang, did Tamar report the video? Did somebody in her camp report the video? Because the live just went dead. And they were like, you know what? Maybe she reported or had YouTube flagged the video or something. But anyway, y'all make sure y'all check out the live. The Queen's Court, T.S. Madison and Funky Dineva. And then right after that, make sure you listen to the after live show or whatnot. But anyway, in the meantime and in between time, Primetime Squad, as usual, make sure you guys stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out.